hello. I am finally live. I got a slightly late start because I have a migraine, so that's fun. Here's hoping I am able to stream. I'm going to do my best to stream despite having a migraine. This started within like 20 minutes of me deciding to go live, or wanting to go live. So that's fun. Great, I love being in my 30s. My speech is gonna be a little bit off, probably, so I'm probably gonna address this when I start actually streaming, because again, I usually upload this stuff to YouTube. Hi Mario, welcome on in. But again, this is gonna be a very interesting stream. I don't promise this will be the most cohesive playthrough, but I'll do my best. As always, I always do my best. Thank you for the head pats. I appreciate that. I'm also gonna have interesting luck here trying to run this game I want to stream today, because sometimes emulation is fun. I actually own my old copy of the game still, but for the sake of streaming, this is way easier. So we'll see how this goes. That is a blank screen. I'm going to wait and hope that OBS will cooperate. Hello? Game? There are 3DS capture cards that do exist. They're just kind of hard to find. Like, I think Loopy did start making capture cards again. I'm gonna do something real quick. This might break something. But we'll see if this actually helps. God, I love emulation. It's not a pain in the ass whatsoever. It's like, hello? Hi GB, welcome on in. I'm fighting OBS right now. I don't know why. Oh, finally. I think it finally popped up. Testing delay. Cool. It is working. Neat. Alright. Finally ready to go. Okie dokie, time for another Fox Girls Favorites. I've got to put Fox Girls Favorites in the title of the stream. Oops. My bad. But this was actually my first mainline Kirby game, which is a very important note. Because, again, my first Kirby game was actually, Air Ride. I did not play a platforming Kirby game for quite a bit, so yeah, I have a lot of memories of this game. I have a soft spot for this one. Early afternoon in Dreamland, it's so peaceful that even the clouds are drowsy. And now it's Kirby's favorite time of the day, snack time! Today's yummy snack is a sweet, fluffy slice of strawberry shortcake. Time to dig in. Whoa, the cake Kirby was about to eat has suddenly vanished. That scrumptious, berry-topped slice of mouth-watering goodness? No doubt about it, this must be the work of the greedy King Dedede. Well, there's no time to waste. Gotta get that cake back. And that's how Kirby's latest fantastic adventure begins. Alrighty, Kirby Squeak Squad. This is a very interesting Kirby game. In some ways, it's actually kind of basic. This game is interesting because it doesn't have the best reputation, if I'm gonna be completely honest. But it is still a game I have a soft spot for. very nostalgic and fun, even though I definitely don't think it's like a masterpiece by any means. If I were to play a bunch of Kirby games, this would not be my first choice as a first Kirby game. I do think a lot of people were disappointed by this game when it came out, because it's just very basic. Sprite-wise, it reuses a lot of assets from Kirby Nightmare Dreamland. So yeah, it's a very interesting game, to say the least. But it's also very straightforward. This will probably be a one-stream game unless I completely botch it, which is actually a possibility because I have a migraine. But this game is so straightforward, I think I can handle it, even despite having a migraine. But we'll see if I'm overestimating my abilities or not. So, truth be told, this game does have a little bit of an interesting history. Bubbles Part 1. Tap to pop. Power up. You can keep up to 5. So the bottom screen is used for inventory. So Kirby's stomach, basically. You can tap the bubble to swap power up. So for example, if we tap this, voila, we now have Sword Kirby. Bubbles Part 2. Mixed bubbles. Try and see. You can keep up to 5. This game does borrow a lot from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. So the TLDR, to my understanding, is there's a company that was an offshoot. Find treasure and move on, who knows what's inside. There was a company that was an offshoot of Capcom, I think, called Flagship, that worked on the Oracle games for Zelda. I want to say Minish Cap also, and also Kirby and the Amazing Mirror and this game. I think they did a couple other games too, but I can't actually remember which they were. I do hope the volume's good. It feels quiet on my end, but I don't know how much I should turn up the volume either. I worry about it being too loud, so again, if you want me to turn it up, please let me know, because I'm kind of winging it anyway. But yeah, this game borrows a lot from Amazing Mirror. It has the same, like, copy ability system. So for example, there are different, like, combinations of moves instead of, like, adventure, where you basically just have a basic sword slice, for example. Basically what I'm trying to say is you have, like, an up attack like this, final cutter, more specifically. You can also combine powers if you get certain items, like scrolls. We won't see that yet. You can also do a multi-hit combo for certain copy abilities as well. So yeah, it's a pretty robust game, I would say. But again, it's a bit flawed by the nature of it being a pretty linear and also a very straightforward Kirby game compared to some. Like, this game is very basic, is what I'm trying to say. It's a very good, to me, it's a very good starting Kirby game just because it's so basic. As someone who had not played a Kirby game before, it was actually a good way to, like, ease into the formula. The reason I actually played this game first is I discovered it online. I'm pretty sure I had dial-up too, to make it even funnier of an anecdote. But also we have a big chest here, and that drew the attention of the Squeak squad. There's the Roach, there's Spinny, there's Doc. I'm trying to remember the name of the other Squeaks. I'm gonna be real, I don't remember. Anyway, we also have all these items, by the way. I haven't really pointed that out whatsoever. But the nice thing about this is you have different items that have different unlocks, like different different, you know, scrolls that give you slightly upgraded moves for certain copy abilities. You also have the very fun dynamic of health upgrades and actually the ability to merge specific copy abilities together. So yeah, There's also like special medallions that are used to unlock specific things, most specifically a boss rush, if I'm not mistaken, or something. And by the way, you can also take power-ups and like merge them together like so, in order to get different like healing items too, so... The main gimmick is just like being able to use the touchscreen, which in some ways is actually kind of boring. This is a very like no-frills kind of Kirby game. For better or worse. In some ways, it reminds me of the overall reception of, what was the Switch one? Star Allies? Where it's like, it's a decent Kirby game, but also just kind of basic, I guess. Like, I actually do enjoy Star Allies a fair amount, but I also get why it's not very well liked, because it's just kind of straightforward. It's very easy. I do feel like, in general, Kirby games do have uneven... Well, Nintendo in general has been having very uneven difficulty curves as of late. Most notably, I feel like Bonanza recently was a good example of this, where it's very easy, but the post-game is ridiculously hard. So yeah, kind of a mixed bag in terms of overall difficulty scaling. Wow, my ability to type is not great at the moment. As I'm looking at my ability to type the phrase Squeak Squad. But again, it was a weird experience. I've never experienced a migraine like this before. To talk about that a little bit. For example, like part of my face went numb, which was fun. I still have a lot of pain on the left side of my head, but like, the numbness is easing up at least. I'm also having like kind of like shimmery vision kinda on the one side, even that's a little bit better than it was. The basic issue is I kind of was scared it was something really serious, which it probably isn't. But again, I am prone to migraines. This is not a first. I've definitely had migraines before. But I was also like noticing I was having trouble like typing and speaking too. Because I was kind of losing motor function on the right side of my body, essentially. So that was fun. But, oh shit, I almost went the wrong way. We want to go through this door. But I think I'm generally okay, not to worry anyone. But yeah, it was not fun. It was definitely very scary. And I definitely hope I don't experience a migraine that bad for the foreseeable future, because that was very not fun. But again, this game is pretty easy to the point, and I've also played this game like 50 million times, to the point that I feel comfortable playing this game despite having a migraine. Ow. Just because I do feel like, you know, there's not a lot of dialogue, so reading isn't that big of an issue. And again, dialogue, it's... What am I trying to say? I actually think I forgot a treasure chest now that I think about it. I thought... I can't remember if there were 2 chests or 3 in that stage, now that I'm thinking about it. There were only 2 in that one, cool. That's good. Hi Aiden, welcome on in, hope you're doing well. Thank you for the head pats. But yeah, the migraine is, I think, improving, so that's good. So there's these little, like, small Kirby bubbles. If you collect 3 of them and merge them together, you can get, like, an extra life, which is nice. Oh, thank you, Aiden. Yeah, I hope it clears up too, as I'm not having a great time with it. But I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Neat. Cool. I also, like, had to re-log into, Twitch the other day, so that was fun. You had one on Monday? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I personally am not a fan of migraines, so I can definitely commiserate, because I am going through it right now. Again, not to keep talking about it. So fun thing, this, like, thing in the background is very similar to the monster portal from Kirby Right Back at Ya, after all. Out of Kirby Right Back at Ya, of all things, that's what I was trying to say. No actual references to like enemy or anything, to my understanding. I think enemy and like Escargoons show up in like Mass Attack, I think. Anyway, we got boss medallions, a boss badge for Dedede. What's this? Someone's stolen King Dedede's treasure chest. Of course, he doesn't know a thing about the strawberry shortcake. So what's going on? Who's really behind the disappearing shortcake? Suddenly, a whirlwind appears, bringing a band of big-eared strangers. Who are these guys? A band of thieves known as the Squeaks. With treasure chests in tow, they begin to march jauntily away. King Dedede acts as quick as a wink. He grabs Kirby and hurls him at the Squeaks. What a shot! He throws a perfect strike, and the Squeaks teeter and lose their balance. They all tumble into a deep chasm, taking the treasure with them. Surely the shortcake is part of the lost loot. It looks like Kirby's quest isn't over yet. I mean, it shouldn't be. We literally just started the game. Of course we're not done yet. But we also have like Archer, or like Cupid, I forgot the name of it. Yeah, admittedly I'm not the most locked in today, so I'm doing my best to find everything. We also have like Metal, which is like never shown up since, but also Metal kind of sucks because it's like stone but worse. I'm kind of just zooming through everything, because I'm locked in, which is nice. Hey, guess who doesn't remember what way I'm supposed to go here? I want to say it's this way? Cool. Hey, guess who actually remembers some things about this game? Bubbles, very good. You can actually turn enemies into bubbles to store power-ups. So yeah, basically the bubble system means you can actually carry power-ups through specific stages, which is nice. Other than that, bubbles are very straightforward power-up. This little puzzle of just kind of breaking blocks in a specific pattern is used in so many Kirby games, it's almost kind of like, oh, well, here we go again. Never seen that before in a Kirby game. So yeah, we have the basic gameplay loop, so we have Spinny again. I think that's Spinny. I need to double check what the names of the Squeaks are, because I actually can't remember what their names are. Yeah, I'm just kind of zooming through. In terms of like overall difficulty scaling, this game is pretty straightforward, I would say. This one is like... There isn't like a post-game that's like particularly difficult either, so this one is very accessible if you're like new to Kirby. Oh yeah, the little star seals, you actually do need to progress through the main story. Basically you need all the star seals to access the last world. Cutter is right here. I should have grabbed Cutter actually, because I think we actually need that for something later on. I'm trying to remember, there's a couple pathways where you have to go through twice in order to actually get things. But hey, guess who doesn't actually remember what way we're supposed to go here? Kirby, yeah. There are 2 power-ups in this particular section. I'm gonna merge some of these just to get them out of the way of my inventory a little bit. I actually kind of want Bubble, just because I'm wasting like a lot of inventory. Again, you can also get like paint to like change your Kirby color. So for example, I am currently pink as per usual for Kirb, but you can get the other colors too for like Air Ride and so on. Which actually raises the question of what are they gonna do about like Air Riders? Which, speaking of which, tomorrow at the time of this, stream, because again, in terms of like the YouTube uploads, it will be a hot minute before I actually get to It'll be a hot minute until I get to scheduling this for the YouTube uploads. But to put things in perspective, it's gonna be a bit, but at the time of this like stream, it is true that we are getting a Kirby Air Riders track tomorrow. It's apparently an hour long, which is kind of absurd, to be honest. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest, because it's like, what the hell are they gonna talk about? What the hell is Sakurai gonna talk about for like an hour? That's the problem. So, if the Squeak gets a treasure, you basically have to fight them in their little hideout, like so. Tornado is very good. The only issue with tornadoes, you have to like wait until the power-up like stops activating. If you wait too long to actually enter the door, you also have the issue of it sealing itself, so you have to redo the entire stage again. Which on one hand is not that bad, but on the other hand, I do feel like this game has a lot of padding. For example, the Squeaks will like be stunned temporarily, and you can't actually deal damage in that case. Anyway, that's another treasure down. I'm gonna do this. This allows you to like spit out a star like so. Just a quick way to easily build up a decent amount of copyability-less attacks, basically. Storo is the other Squeak that I could not remember the name of, in case you were wondering. We got a ghost medal too. The ghost medal is used for unlocking something special later on, but that's gonna be a hot minute. We actually have the Green Queens song here, which is kind of funny that Green Queens shows up this late into the game. But yeah, this game actually has pretty heavy asset use also. Like, the basic assets are comparable to the GBA ones. This is kind of a unique level actually, starting out with the big chest at the start instead of at the end. They definitely want to test you on, like, using the wheelie power-up. There's definitely cases of needing to, like, do very specific tricks to actually get that. To get specific, treasures. We should have a mini-boss coming up. Most enemies in Kirby games do actually have names. Hell if I know what a lot of the enemies are called, to be honest. A lot of the games do actually say the names of enemies. This is not one of them, unfortunately. Which definitely is complicated. We have the scroll, as indicated by the scroll icon near the animal copyability indicator. So we actually have this little drill move, for example. So, yeah, different power-ups allow you to, or different scrolls allow you to access different areas. I wanna say the last treasure should be somewhere in here, but I don't remember where, so that's fun. But yeah, personally, I do think this game is just kind of a nice little chill time. It's not my favorite Kirby game anymore, by the nature of it being so straightforward, to be honest. It's actually an interesting question of what is my favorite Kirby game? It feels almost cliche to say Robobot, but that's up there. Forgotten Land is definitely up there too. I've thought about adding Forgotten Land to Fox Girl's favorites as well, but I have not decided for sure. At some point, I would like to do a Forgotten Land playthrough. Again, I don't even own the DLC. I'm kind of just waiting for the... Ow. I'm kind of just waiting for the DLC to go on sale, because $20 is kind of a lot, to be honest. I'd kind of rather wait. Oops. So yeah. I have heard decent things about it, other than it's just really expensive, which is kind of just video gaming in general at the moment is everything is too expensive. This level kind of sucks, I think. Yeah, this one kind of sucks. Yeah, I am hoping I can get through this game in one stream. I think I can. The biggest issue is, yeah, having a migraine. So we'll see if I can actually get through this game without too much trouble. I think I can get through this game in one stream, but we'll see. I mean, what are we at? Like, we're almost done with World 2. And, you know, we're already almost done in like half an hour. So I think I can easily beat this game in one stream. Assuming I don't completely botch it. So 2-5. See if I remember what I'm doing, by the way. You can also pause to actually see, like, moves. Which is good, because a lot of the Kirby games in this era do have quite a few different, like, special moves. So, again, that's a difference between, like, not Amazing Mirror, Nightmare in Dreamland in this game. Is actually having access to all of the different, like, alternate moves and not just kind of having one or two specific moves for everything. One issue I kind of have with this game is a lot of things are kind of designed for one, like, playstyle, kind of. To the point that you don't really run into some things until much later. So for example, the idea of getting a specific power-up to actually advance is not as helpful as it could be, just by the nature of it being limited to a point after you actually get the, like, scroll for it. So for example, we don't have the ice scroll yet, which would be really nice, but we don't have it yet. Cool. So you have this little, like, metal enemy. Ah, okay. Again, I really wish they would label enemies. One fascinating thing is just how, like, messed up a couple things are in terms of, like, for example, like Mr. Frosty. One of the games calls him Mr. Flosty, if I recall correctly, just because of, like, issues with Japanese and, like, language. The little metal blocks there have to be broken using, like, specific powers, like hammer or metal, if I recall correctly. I don't know how helpful that will be, so we're just gonna ditch that for now. I do have a guide to list the treasures, because I would like to get all the treasures, but I'm also not guaranteeing I'll get them all in one run. Just because I've played this game a lot of times doesn't mean I remember everything about where everything's hidden. Because I always forget which order I need to go in. In some cases, you actually are able to just pick up the treasure and leave. Other times you actually do have to fight them. The ones where you don't have to fight them are actually very nice, not gonna lie. There's another level where I'm a little bit worried about getting horribly lost if this is the game I think it is. So we'll have to wait and see on that. So, like, truth be told, I don't remember where the treasures are in the stage. I need to actually think about that. And not just, like, completely work my way through everything. Yeah, Forgotten Land is really good. I also like Superstar, obviously. Superstar was almost tempting, but I am a little bit concerned about, like, Fox Girls Favorites as a series of just having a lot of redundancies. Another example of redundancy is Emerald for Pokemon. Because, like, we have a lot of Pokemon coming up in a row if I actually stick with that. So what I mean by that is, ow. What I mean by that is with Kirby, like, what am I trying to say? Again, I know I'm not the best at, like, speaking sometimes, and I do think the migraine is not helping, because I'm, like, having a really hard time actually speaking at the moment. But what I'm trying to say is, like, Pokemon Emerald and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon are going to be really close to each other if I actually do, like, both games. Because both games are really important to me, it's just kind of like both will end up being very redundant. Which is why I'm a little bit hesitant to actually attempt that. You feel like I'm quite eloquent? That's good. I kind of don't feel eloquent personally, if I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm just kind of not the best at this, just because I am feeling a headache. So I think I might have, like... Let's see, I think we have to go through the bottom path from what I'm reading. I had to just quickly double check, because, like, I forgot. Ow. I think Hammer's special move is like a charge move, but we don't actually have to scroll for that one, so we're just kind of on our own. Hammer's a very good power-up, though. This one, ow. This one of my favorite Kirby moves is Hammer. In general, though, I would really like to be better at, oh god, I remember this now. So you have the Gold Waddle Dee, which usually will have treasure, but it's just a little bit of a puzzle, essentially. Alrighty, I'm gonna turn the invincible item on. I forgot the name of it, but just doing this to quickly run over to Storo and get the treasure. Again, in a lot of cases, you don't really need to fight the Squeak squad. You can just go in, get the treasure, and then GTFO, which is actually kind of nice. I usually opt for that. We should have enough for a Vitality upgrade, which is nice. Not bad. That is another set of treasures down. If you get all the treasures, you will not notice a... You will not... Oh, god damn it. You will not notice the little, like, spinning stars. I'm pretty sure it's like... Wow, what is the range of this? I feel like the range is very limited. I'm doing my best, but I'm also not having a great time because of just hitboxes. I definitely feel like the hitboxes for this have thrown me off pretty badly. I'm not guaranteeing a no-death run, by the way. Just because I feel like I'm pretty good at this game doesn't mean I'll accomplish that. Alright, cool. Piece cake. Nice. So that's World 2 done. Wow, I found a guide. It only goes up to World 2. That's not that helpful. Cool. So yeah, I don't think the stars rotate, or like they spin like that, if you have only some of the treasures. Cushy Cloud. I forgot to actually say the names of the worlds up to this point. Neat. So yeah, World 3. This one's not that bad, if I recall correctly. There's a couple things in World 3 that I'm a little bit nervous about. I want to say one of the levels might be a bit of a problem. Though, to be honest, this game is at least a little bit nice from the perspective of I don't think they actually give you much in terms of, like, needing to get everything in one run, I think you are able to like separate things pretty quickly, which is nice. We actually do want to get laser for this. Again, a lot of things in this game are just borrowed from Nightmare in Dreamland, which is a remake of Kirby's adventure. That has its own story where I never played that game until much later. Despite having a GPA, I was not allowed to play that game because of the name of the game, because they were seeing it's like a horror thing. Like, oh, it's too scary because it has to do with nightmares. This is genuinely a thing, because I was very sensitive as a child. Like, to be honest, it's a case of like, yeah, I was very sensitive, so I do think that is a completely justified opinion. Ah, thank you for the hydration check. The level of me having to think is not great, honestly. Again, the headache is kind of applying, unfortunately. So now that we have the upgrade for fire, I guess we can burn through that. We can also aim the fire up and down, which is also, I think, but actually the power-up might not be for that. It might just be for the ability to move it up and down. I think you can still melt through if you do the special charge. This is another thing, actually. Well, this sucks. This is actually another thing worth mentioning, is the ability to... what am I even trying to say? Again, my ability to speak is not the best today. I'm hoping this migraine doesn't last very long. I've had migraines that last a few days before, so that's great. I hope this is more of a temporary setback, because I would rather not have to deal with this for too long, not gonna lie. Because I'm not having the best time with this, I'll be real. Like, I don't even remember what I was talking about, because I was gonna say something, and I have no clue what I was talking about. A lot of the music is also reused from Adventure and Nightmare in Dreamland too, so again, I do feel like it is a weird... Ow. I feel like it's a weird case of this game is simultaneously very fun, for what it's worth for me personally, but I also feel like the people who kind of play the game and are like, I don't really like Squeak Squad, it's like, yeah, no, that's valid. Because it is kind of like basic, I guess, and again, I think Star Allies has the same problem of just being kind of basic. And like, I genuinely do enjoy Star Allies, I just think it's kind of boring compared to some of the other Kirby games out there. Which is, I guess, another problem I have with like video games in general, is the ability to complain about things and not like, you know, get super mad over like, oh, this game is too derivative. It's funny, actually, the idea of video games being derivative. That term gets used so much, or at least it used to get used quite a bit. It's like, oh, this is so derivative. A good example of this is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which is definitely like a wait, go back kind of moment, because everyone just kind of complained, from what I gather. Like, a lot of reviews were even kind of critical of like Thousand Year Door for being too derivative of the first game. And then Super happened, and then it's like, oh, well, I kind of miss a game that plays like Paper Mario 1 and Thousand Year Door. Was there only one treasure here, or did I just completely miss something? Because if there's 2 treasures here, then, oh, where the hell is it? Again, not every level has a full set of treasures, so we'll see. Because I don't remember. I'm also trying to find a guide that actually has everything. Okay, that only has 2, cool. Again, most of the levels I feel like are pretty straightforward and don't give me that much trouble, but just a couple of them are like, I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. We haven't used Cutter at all, and we already have the upgrade for it. Sadly, Final Cutter is not used for Cutter in this game. I think it is used in the later games, though. Again, to put things in perspective, Superstar was the first one to really emphasize having a lot more of a moveset. And then they kind of forgot about that entirely, and like Dreamland 3 doesn't have a special moveset. A couple of the other games also don't have like a special moveset either. Like a good example of that is 64 has sort of special moves, but they're mostly tied to combining different copy abilities with other copy abilities, because you can actually merge them together. Fun thing, Superstar is one of the only Kirby games I've never actually finished in full. I've never beaten the final boss of Kirby 64, partly because I'm really bad about Igor. Like, genuinely, this is a huge problem I have with games. This is why I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, even though that's very well liked. Because games where people get, like, injured in the eye freak me out. I don't like Dreamland 3 for that same reason. Fun story. I've talked about this before, but I have issues with phantom pain. So, like, if there's some plot involving, like, an eye-related injury in a game, it freaks me out really badly. So, yeah, that's why I don't really like Kirby's Dreamland 3 very much. I actually don't mind the game that much. I do think it is over... I don't want to say overhyped, that doesn't feel right. I think it is disliked quite a bit, to be honest. And I think it is justified why it's disliked as much as it is, because, to be honest, I think Dreamland 3 is sort of basic, if that makes sense. Like, it's just kind of boring, I guess, for lack of a better word. And a lot of the missions are just extremely obtuse. So I definitely think it's a game that, I guess simultaneously is kind of impressive, but also kind of annoying at the same time. It's a weird mix. I'm basically keeping an eye out for a couple specific missions where I don't remember what the actual order is for the collectibles. Once we get there, I think I'll actually recognize it. I think it's 4- something, which is the one I'm gonna need to look up if I want to get it first try, because I'm probably gonna forget otherwise. Oh, hi. Gonna toss that to the side to make sure I can actually get the power-up I need. There's one specific cannon in Adventure that I never understood how people get that so easily. It's in like 7- something. There's a particular item, it's not even for 100%, it's completely optional, and I find it one of the hardest like completion moments in Adventure is getting this one specific cannon. The timing is so strict on it. Damn, the game is giving us a lot of power-ups all of a sudden. Gonna merge those together. Okay. Guess who doesn't remember what to do here, because I think there's stuff hidden in this, like, cloudy section. Like, you know, we can go all the way over here and we can get UFO. UFO is less rare in this game than other Kirby games, which is also nice. I'm gonna toss this again. If you get 3 of the little Kirbys, you can actually get a 1-up, but I also don't care. If I'm being real, I don't think I need the 1-up, to be honest. Even though the game is heavily, like, giving us a 1-up at this point. Hey, guess who doesn't remember what to do here? I'm gonna double check real quick here, because I don't quite remember what they want from me. Aha, okay. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Aiden. I'm doing my best. Again, this is a weird day to be doing a stream. I've never had to deal with a migraine and stream at the same time, so I appreciate the head pats and everything. Well, damn. I'm gonna die on purpose. I don't know if that'll reset the treasure. That's the other problem I have right now. I assume it might, but it might not, just because of, like, you know, missing out kind of a thing. But just want to make sure. If not, we'll go for it another time. Wait, actually, am I just being silly? No, it is blocked. How do you get that, then? I genuinely don't remember what you're supposed to do here. Like, actually, I don't remember what they want from me. If I do this, I just hit something there. So I'm like, why am I blanking on what to actually do here? Am I overthinking? I think I'm overthinking. Again, I've played this game so many times, and yet I still can overthink. I have an idea. I was just checking the guide I have really quickly, and I think I know what to do here. I think what they want me to do is to actually go this way. Like, break this, like so. Gotcha. That's just me being silly and not remembering what to do. It's fine. It happens. So we got... Again, I think this one's name is like Spinny, and I want to say this one's interesting because no one can remember what gender this particular Squeak is, if I recall correctly. Like, there's mixed sources on if this one's like a girl or not. Something like that. Again, not exactly a Kirby expert, I'm gonna be real. But I want to say there was some confusion about, like, what gender is this Squeak in particular? We love an ambiguous Squeak, hell yeah. We have a lot of items. I'm kind of just ignoring them, actually. It's fine. Alright, got EX level. This one's annoying, if I recall correctly. I'll do my best to actually find the power-up here, but... I see the big treasure right there, so that's something. I wonder if I should take, like, ibuprofen for this. Like, if that'd be a good idea or not. I might take ibuprofen after this, just to hopefully deal with this headache. Now, to be fair, if it's a migraine, I feel like it's not gonna go away that easily. Again, I don't mean to just keep talking about this migraine this entire time. Truth be told, I also might take a break from streaming on Friday, depending on the headache. If all goes well, I'll also try to get a COVID booster next month as well. So I might also just be feeling crappy anyway. Like, if the booster goes badly, I might take Friday off, as a heads up. I'm also not entirely sure if I want to do a Resident Evil 2 stream. Because, like, the irony is, I know a lot of my friends don't like gore in games, and hey, Resident Evil's very gory. So I kind of worry about doing, like, a Resident Evil 2 rando. Even though realistically, I think I would enjoy a Resident Evil 2 randomizer, I just feel like it would cause problems. Hey, guess who doesn't remember which way I'm supposed to go here? It's like definitely a game where I feel like I need a gore warning. Which means I want to actually design a thing that has a gore warning. By the way, I actually readjusted my overlay slightly. You might notice the chat and like stream fund and everything, the little like thing that shows the... Ow. The thing that shows the... like links to Blue Sky and Twitter like those are actually updated now to show... well, they're updated to be a little bit higher, because they used to be a little bit lower. So just a weird little adjustment that I did, because I'm like that. I'm like that with games. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? What if we just change this slightly? It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but I'm still changing it, because why the hell not? How many power-ups are in this level? I think it's a small number. It's actually really nice having a game running at 60 FPS. This is really weird, like a really weird critique, but like so many Kirby games nowadays are 30 FPS. I want to say like 64 is a rare example of a game that's actually 60 FPS. Which might be a little bit surprising, because I almost feel like it's one of those that catches people off guard that runs as well as it does. This level sucks, by the way. I'm gonna be real. Because we gotta time this very carefully. Voila. First try. I'm kinda sad that the one level went so poorly that I had to redo it like 2 or 3 times. Just because, like, normally I do really well in this game. Oh, thank you for the reminders. I'll definitely take a stretch break before too long. But first of all, I guess we'll finish up World 3. There should be 8 worlds in total, by the way. I kinda wanna go with Tornado. I think this will be our best bet to actually get through this quickly. So we have like Mecha-Kracko or something like that. It's just Kracko, but like not. Hey, wanna know something wild? This is one of the only Kirby games that doesn't have Wispy Woods. Like, genuinely. Like, almost every Kirby game has Wispy Woods as a boss fight. This is a rare exception. I also want to say this boss has like 2 phases. Yeah, and Doc is actually running one of them. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm doing my best here. That's a problem. Well, back to Beam, I guess. Okay. Cool. I guess we'll go UFO then. Oh, shoot. This is a problem, by the way. Let's see. Math time. Basically, Nightmare in Dreamland and... Thinking emoji. Nightmare in Dreamland and Amazing Mirror both have a system, and also this game, by the way, have a system where if you take damage, you basically lose your power-up. Later Kirby games change it, specifically like Return to Dreamland onwards change it, so if you take damage, you basically get to keep a power-up, which is very nice. It's kind of ridiculous, actually, how easy it is to lose a power-up in this game. Another thing I actually need to work on is 3DS layouts. I have a method of streaming 3DS games, but there's actually a problem with it, where it's very difficult to actually... What am I trying to say? It's very difficult, actually, to go through that game. To go through 3DS games, just because of how difficult it is to... separate screens. The TLDR is there's actually a feature where, like through Homebrew, you can actually have 3DS games run wirelessly instead of through a capture card. Which is nice. I really like that. It's not perfect, obviously, because you are at the mercy of Wi-Fi. There's no Ethernet, obviously, for 3DS. So, like, Animal Crossing New Horizons is definitely in the running for Fox Girls' favorites. It's not fully guaranteed, just because it is kind of a nightmare to set up, to be real. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Again, just because I am good at this game doesn't mean I actually remember what the hell I'm doing. That's the only problem. Cool. This should go somewhere. Amazing Mirror is also interesting because it's actually more of a Metroidvania, but like a co-op Metroidvania, which is really weird. Like, that feels like such a weird combination. It's fascinating, really. I personally like Amazing Mirror, but I also kind of don't like Amazing Mirror because it's very complicated. Just having a Metroidvania Kirby game is like, this is cool. Also, this is frustrating as hell. It's like a weird mix of both. Now, once again, I'm gonna chuck this to the corner. Oh hey, the treasure's here. Cool. Cool. Ow. I'm just gonna chuck this. Neat. Okay. I, for some reason, thought they didn't have the treasure for some reason, but that's fine. Cool. So, yeah, we're coming up pretty closely to one of the treasures, I think. So I'll have to double check on that. Either way, ads are coming up soon, so we're gonna pause here for now. I'm definitely gonna take ibuprofen and see if that helps. But then we will resume with Kirby Squeak Squad. Hi, welcome back. The song, we will continue listening to the song after the break, but we're going back to the stream. Okie dokie, now where were we? We were on 4-2. If I was, like, smart, I would look and actually figure out where I'm missing items before, like, jumping in. But I'm not making smart decisions right now. It's fine. This is silly. I'm gonna back up here, because respawning is very easy to do in this game. So I'm gonna intentionally do this. Just to make sure I'm not missing anything. From there, I'm gonna break through this to get a mystery. By the way, the way this works is if we do this, we get like a random item. Like so. So we got Cupid. Why am I blanking on the lyrics of Cupid right now? Like, I'm so close to making a Cupid joke, but like, what the hell are the lyrics of this song again? I don't remember, like, genuinely. It's like, I was kind of hyperfixating on Cupid, too. You gave a second chance to Cupid? Yeah, that's how it goes. It's like, I noticed something about, like, now I'm left with feeling stupid. It's like, what's the first line, though? I couldn't remember. Yeah. Oh, the way he makes me feel love isn't real. Cupid is so dumb. Okay, the ibuprofen I think is actually working really quickly. At least from what I can tell, it's working quickly, because, yeah, no, I think that is helping, significantly. The new lineup performed it the other day. I still don't quite understand what's happening with New Jeans. Not New Jeans, 50/50. Like, I still don't quite get what's happening there. I'll be real. Like, I wanna say a couple members are still there and a couple aren't, or something. But yeah, I am not an expert. Okay. We have a problem, actually. There's a risk of the treasure falling off the platform. Luckily it didn't, but that is a possibility. So, good to keep that in mind. Alright then, 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the one after from what the guide says. 3 left, 1 stayed. Gotcha. Nice. I still don't quite understand exactly how that worked out, like if everyone's still in agreement with that, to be honest. I will fully admit that this is kind of a going through the motions sort of game, for me. Like, I do genuinely enjoy this game, but it is definitely a game that, I kind of go on autopilot with a little bit, I think. Not saying that's a bad thing, mind you, just kind of as like an objective thing. That's a lot of members. Is it like 7 people now? Because that's a big number. Maybe this is the level. So I guess who doesn't remember where the treasure is for this one? I thought it was 4-4 for some reason. Unless this is 4-4 and my memory is that trash, which it could be, to be real. Ow. I screwed up. I don't think I can actually leave here. So we'll have to redo this level. It's fine. Oh wait, that's a problem. Oh no, that's big problem. Cool. I hope we didn't miss the treasure, now that I think about it. Yeah, this game is kind of fascinating, because it almost feels like it doesn't quite match in some ways, hardware-wise. It almost feels kind of basic, actually, for like a DS game. It almost feels kind of primitive. Like, I don't mean to be like overly critical of it, to be fair. It just feels a little bit like... It just feels a little simple, I guess. Like, even the music almost feels kind of basic at times. Shoot, that is not what I meant to do. Ow. Okay, gonna roll out, and we're gonna... also stick with this power-up. Ah. Kirby is meant to be relatively simple, that's fair. But again, I think the difference is Kirby games start really easy and get harder later on. This game kind of just stays easy, I would say. So I think that is the core difference between this game and other Kirby games. At least that's just me. So yeah, if I want to get everything, I'm gonna have to do this stage again, unfortunately. Because I definitely missed the treasure. This will not be the only time, most likely. But yeah, you can see the icon is not glowing and the star isn't spinning to indicate that, yes, I did not get the item. I simultaneously feel like the ibuprofen helped with the migraine, but also didn't. Like, I think it's a little bit better, but it's also still kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I shouldn't expect ibuprofen to just make a migraine go away. And again, I don't mean to keep talking about the migraine, I will also clarify. Like, I don't mean to just keep rambling about that, to be fair. But it is true, this migraine sucks. Ow. Is it this way? Yep, there it is. Cool. So yeah, there's the treasure I'm missing. I'm gonna go this way on purpose. Cause I think this is the wrong way and I want to do this on purpose. The relief won't be instant or complete, but yeah, Still, I kinda hate it, I'm not gonna lie. This is kinda miserable. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, this is a different path. Yeah, I'll be okay. This is just gonna take a bit to recover from. That's all there is to it. And I'm gonna skip fighting Doc. Again, I think the Squeak's name is Doc, if I'm wrong. Oops. Also, again, this is the funny part of having videos scheduled so far in advance, is like how outdated things I say will be. But like, I wonder how deep they're gonna go with the Squeaks, for example. Like, what are the odds that we actually get like the Squeaks as playable characters in Air Riders? Like, I'm just kind of happy we're getting Susie, I'm not gonna lie. Cause I do like Susie as a character. Who could see that coming? I know. Big shock. No one would be able to guess that. Clearly. You got the legendary air ride theme playing of all things. Which is an interesting choice for sure. This level kind of sucks though, I'm gonna be real. I remember having a lot of trouble with this one, and like getting really horribly lost here. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I actually remember what the hell to do here. Like I want to say we have to go down, but I don't remember anything else. Like here, I think we have to go to a specific section, but like what section? I think it's the right side. Spark, by the way, works comparably to Plasma as a heads up. So if you like circle the D-pad enough, you will eventually charge up. And to the door in the bottom right, it says. So we'll see. There we go. So again, gold wildies will always drop treasures. This is a very interesting remix. It's actually a little bit mellow compared to the traditional legendary air ride theme. Alright, I think we have to go this way? Yeah, this way. Again, not to keep having to check a guide, but I just want to make sure, because I'm like scared I'm gonna miss out, basically. Ow. Wow, this kind of sucks, actually. There we go. Not the cleanest fight, but it works. Ah, okay. We're good. We're fine, I think. We're not fine. We're extremely not fine. Never mind, I'm fine. I think. Oh yeah, this is the other charge. If you do D-pad and... B simultaneously, you'll do the little bubble move there. So melt that like so. And I think I go down again. Can I break this again? No, okay. Well, not for an item, to clarify. So... I guess there's another, the final treasure is somewhere nearby, I would assume. That's what I'll do. These are slightly different than the other blocks that are meltable. Or like breakable. It should be Stora, right? Yeah. I want to say we have to fight him this time. The bosses are generally kind of easy, I'm gonna be real. This one in particular is extremely easy. The biggest problem is you have to wait a long time, because you have to wait for him to actually get back up, unfortunately. Also, the healing items keep falling in the corner, which doesn't do me any good, unfortunately. Case in point. Owie. That's fine. And I also got the heal out of it, so we're especially fine. I'm just trying to do math in my head. I guess we'll do EX first. Wow, this is really chipper music, I forgot about that. I could've sworn the music... Oh, okay, hello. I forgot the goal was like right there. Just casually flying into every goddamn enemy, apparently. Just my luck. Pick up the cherry along the way. Okay, there's the music I was expecting. Actually, this is good timing. Ah, okay. This is World 4, by the way, so we're making decent progress, I would say. This is roughly a little bit past the halfway point, I would argue. World 8 is actually kind of short, weirdly enough. If I'm remembering right, to clarify. This looks sus. I'm gonna go down here. I saw the little thing that's like, oh yeah, it's gonna close if I fall down. So I should probably do that first, huh? Neat. Yeah, you can charge up like so and do like a big energy blast. It is weaker than plasma in Superstar though. Ultra also nerfed that, if I'm remembering correctly. There we go, treasure number 2. So all we're missing is the big treasure chest, which I think is actually in this room somewhere. If I'm remembering correctly, but we shall see. Look at me actually dodging stuff for once. That doesn't happen every day, unfortunately. There we go. This should take us back to the main room, but we actually have to go there first. The funny part is, in this level in particular, we can actually basically activate traps for Spinny. Again, I think that's this one's name. I just feel like I'm doing my best here. Like, I'm trying really hard to be okay, but like, owie. I know I keep talking about this, but it's true, like... I just want to feel okay at the moment. I know it's a migraine that's gonna get better. It's not a big deal, but that doesn't mean I'm enjoying this, or I'm gonna... Like, I know I'm gonna be okay. This is still not fun, though. It's kind of where I'm at. It's 4-5. This is an interesting lineup of power-ups. I'm trying to remember what they want from me here. Oh. Okay. That's a problem. Actually, metal wouldn't be bad here, because you roll. But I made it. It's fine. Cool. The Dash 5 levels just feel like they're one treasure and really easy. I don't know why that is, but that's very easy. And all that's left is the boss of this world. Cool. Now, what the hell do I want here? I guess Tornado? Sure. Hi, the Roach. I want to say in one game they typoed the Roach somehow, and I forget how they actually typo it. Tornado's invincible, by the way, as long as you're in the tornado. So you can very easily like get through its health bar very quickly. You just have to time it to not, you know, be hovering over when the iframes are about to run out. Like so. Piece of cake. So it's World 5. Again, we're making good progress here. Neat. Boss badge. Once again. Four worlds complete. Moving on to World 5. Looks like we are halfway through, basically. Vocal Volcano. I have issues with this world. We'll see how this goes. I remember struggling with this world, because there's one stage in particular where it's very easy to get turned around. So we'll see how that goes. We got Green Greens again, so that's an interesting song choice for this level. Just gonna hop into the cannon, like so. I don't think this actually takes us to a treasure. We have metal still. I want to say there's actually like a mini-boss rush where you have to go through all the bosses and actually use their respective power to get something. But it's also been a hot minute since I've actually played this game, so we'll see how that goes. Just gonna do this. Ow. Let's see, I'm also not really going through the power-ups very effectively, I'll be real. I'm just kind of skimming power-ups, to be honest. I'm not really experimenting very much. This is a case where you actually do need to experiment if you want the item. You gotta aim carefully. Oh, that was not actually entirely worth it. That was just a healing item. Cool. Yeah, Cupid's not great in my opinion. It's okay, but not the most effective. It also just feels slow, like movement. It doesn't feel great, I'll be real. Alrighty, gotta be careful with this Squeak, otherwise we can easily lose the treasure if we're not carefully, because if it falls in a pit, then we're just kinda SOL. So yeah, making sure I can actually grab this without too much hassle. And there's stock again, I'm gonna drop that. I think it'll be better this way. Cool. Again, some levels are like really short and others are actually more of a pain in the ass. It's kind of inconsistent actually. (5-2). Yeah, no, my head is not feeling great. I'll be honest, I'm determined at this point to do this, but owie. Head hurty, as the saying goes. Oh god, it's kind of like a mixed feeling of like, I'm actually feeling relatively okay, but just, there's this like discomfort that's just kind of continuing on, and that's what's getting to me right now, is the just constant discomfort I'm feeling. It's like sort of stressing me out, because I'm just feeling this bad. So yeah, that's why I'm feeling stressed at the moment. It's just there's like this antsy feeling from having this headache / migraine. I'm also kind of short of breath too, which is not good. But like, this game is so short, I know I can beat it. Yeah, if y'all want to send good vibes, I'm not gonna say no, by any means. I could definitely use the good vibes today. To be honest, because, again, there's a very high likelihood that Friday's stream might be postponed, or, I mean, I don't even have anything planned for Friday. But either way, I might actually delay Friday's stream just because of how bad this headache is. Yeah, it's turning into like a genuine antsiness at like everything. And I know it's also because I'm just generally stressed by life at the moment, which is not great. But again, I don't want to get too deep into it, admittedly. But that's just kind of what's going on right now. Just gotta hope for the best. Might also be offline a bit more soon, just to, you know, give my eyes a break, because god, this is not fun. 5-3, which is the hell level? I think this is the mini-boss challenge. So basically what we want to do is take the powers from each mini-boss and use them to get a treasure. If I'm not mistaken. But also guess he's bad at this game sometimes. So yeah, you need like stone or something to hit that little thingy. For this one we need hammer, which is not a big deal. The up hammer move is actually pretty decent, if I recall. Some of the games actually have a smash power, which is like the up B, side B, down B, etc. of smash. I'll be real, I kind of regret streaming today. It's not that bad. Like, I think I can do it. Oof. But, yikes. Amazing Mirror is the one with Master Hand as a boss. And yeah, it drops the smash power. If I didn't get metal here, it's fine, I already have metal, but... it works out. But again, I do apologize for not being in the best spirits, like straight up, today. Just kind of feeling like a mess today. I do apologize for that. Cause, yeah, I'm going through it right now. Oh shit, that's a problem. Cool. I do wish the Squeaks showed up in more things than just, like, Mass Attack. Because that's, like, their main appearance at this point. Okay, there we go. There's also a rare game where Deity is, like, the first boss fought. Normally Deity shows up a lot later, I feel. Neat. Mini boss rush down. That was way easier than I remember it being. I think it's 5 that it's EX, the EX one, that's like the annoying one, if I recall. So we'll see how that goes. 4 I think is relatively straightforward. Ah, okay. Main issue I have right now is just the problem of we have like 2 worlds to go. 2.5 worlds to go, basically, and I'm like, I'm already feeling like antsy. Like, kind of an on-edge feeling right now is what I'm currently going through, and that's the thing that's getting to me. I might take a longer break after the next segment, just because, again, this antsy feeling. But we'll see how I'm feeling in a little bit. Given that this will probably last a couple days at most, at least, I would not be surprised at all if you don't see me on Friday. That's what I'll say now. It is up in the air, because I cannot guarantee that I'm going to be doing well enough to stream. I might just take it easy for a bit. And yeah, I might end early as well. Again, this game isn't very long. It's like maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm pretty convinced I can do this game in one stream, and it's also at a point where it's like... It'd be very lopsided if I move on right now, so I would like to beat the game at this rate, because like we're very close to beating the game as is. To be honest, so I'll do my best. Because I would like to finish the game. That's a lot of cherries. I think there's something up here. Yep. Not hitting the switch. God, that was almost a mistake. But that obviously will give us the treasure there. Alrighty. Next level's annoying. I do remember that much, at the very least. So we'll see how that goes. What the hell do they want us to do here? Is the million-dollar question. Oh, I should pick up fire. That'll help a lot. I think it's probably gonna close before I get anywhere close to there, but especially if I screw that up. Yeah, the rumble, not the rumble, but the like screen shake does indicate that it locked. I think fire is our best bet to getting there in time, because we can do this as a shortcut. Yeah, I appreciate that one's concerned, but again, I'll do my best. Oh my god, barely. I'll do my best to finish the game at least. And then I'll definitely rest, take a break for a little bit, and just vibe. There's also stuff up here. There's a very slow elevator. Where the hell are they? Like, did they go in here already? The answer is yes, okay. Cool. Already in aggro mode. Neat. I don't even... Oh wait, there they are. Ah. That's a big explosion, oh my god. That's also a lot of food. There we go. Imagine going in and forgetting to pick up the treasure. I don't know if that locks you out of getting the treasure or not. So yeah, next level I think is kind of annoying if memory serves because of having to like do a very specific order. But it's also been a hot minute since I've done it. I was grabbing like a Kleenex if you wonder why my model was freaking out for a moment. There's only 4 levels here, damn, I thought there were 5. This is a short world. Alright, so what the hell's the order here? Upper left in the first room is what it says. Metal or hammer? Well, good news, we have this. Like so. It ain't pretty, but it is a way to get this. Obviously not my ideal method, because this takes forever. Again, this is stone, but worse. Like, way worse, because movement is so trash. I actually don't know how you're supposed to do this one. There we go. That took a little bit of finesse, but it worked. Looks like we need freeze for the next one. The screen shake is a nice touch, though. Oh, okay. This is very slow. But yeah, this migraine was weird. I've never had a migraine act like this before. Like, the level of, like, dizziness. Not dizziness, even, but just, like... having the reaction I did was weird. It felt super, like again, the sort of numb feeling I had was scary, actually, because I thought it was, like, worse. I was, like, scared it was gonna be a stroke or something. That's how bad it was. And yeah, it was genuinely super scary. I'm still kind of nervous about it, just because, again, there's this antsy feeling. Like, I'm still not feeling great, admittedly. But I'm doing my best here. I think you're supposed to use ice to cool everything off, but metal also works here. Obviously, this means the level takes an eternity to get through, unfortunately. It's not fast by any means, but hey, it's working. Now, do they want us to go this way? The answer is yes. I don't even know if, like, it's obvious how much I'm fidgeting right now. I am fidgeting quite a bit, because I'm so, like, nervous about this migraine. Upper right door. Okay. Please don't push if it's that bad. I promise I won't. Like, I'm trying not to push myself too much. Again, it's mainly the issue of not wanting to, like, leave the stream hanging at this point, because it's gonna be this weird bit where there's, like, not enough for a full stream. Because, like, World 6 isn't that bad, World 6 is pretty short, and then World 7 is gonna be pretty short. Actually, I don't know if World 7 is gonna be that short, but it's not gonna be as bad as, some, for sure. Oh, damn, I wish I'd gotten the treasure, because that would've been nice for the next boss, if I recall correctly. No, I think I know who the next boss is. We could just go to the next thing. If that happens, double feature moment. True. The problem is the next game would be Super Paper Mario, and that's not an easy game to just start in the middle of. I mean, in the middle of a stream, because then you still... Because, like, finding a stopping place in, like, an hour and a half. Double feature with a one-shot, that's also an option. But again, I think I can beat this game. It's not that bad. I just need like a stretch break after this. Again, maybe a longer break in general. This might be the Roach actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I'll be okay, I promise. Again, I've dealt with worse. Oh, this is not the Roach, that's the next world actually. Got this little owl-y thing. I kind of thought that the little like orange like thingy under its beak, it was a mouth at first. Yeah, I think this is basically a Sonic 1 boss. This is basically just the boss of shoot. This is basically just the boss of I'm gonna take the L. Yeah. This is just the boss of Marble Zone. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't like either of these power-ups for this, I'm gonna be real. What was it? Yeah, Ice and Tornado, or Ice and High Jump, like, I don't like either of these for this fight. Like, both kinda suck, I'm gonna be real. That's what I was trying to do, but just trying to get an angle for that is difficult. That's better. Oh hi, a penguin from nowhere. This might be the worst boss, actually. Like, the boss I like fighting the least, like, genuinely. Partly because of the lava. I think that's actually the worst part of this fight. Well, it kinda would've been nice, actually. Cool. That... Damn, I landed just slightly to the right. Damn, I was hoping that'd be enough. Yeah, this is not a good fight. Wait, that does damage? I actually didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know that it hitting the ground actually dealt damage. Hey, that's cool. That's one way to win, I guess. We have no health, though, which is not great going into the next world. World 6. We'll see how far we can get in this. I don't think there's anything as confusing in this world until World 7. But we also have no health, so this will be interesting. You can also change the background of the touchscreen, by the way. I have not looked at the collection menu at all, mind you, just because of time. Because I'm just kind of blitzing through the story, to be honest. Immediately back down to, like, no health. Cool. Back to fighting the animal. Interesting place to land. The one thing I remember is there's a point where we actually need hammer for one, and there's a point where we actually need cutter for something in this world. That's basically all I remember, believe it or not. World 7 I remember a little bit better, it's still very confusing though. This level's kind of funny if I remember correctly, because there's like a door we have to like open, and to do it we have to basically like drop the switch. Like, the switch is up here, we want to drop it down, if I recall correctly. Because it, like, pops back up really quickly. Ooh, you slide if you actually, like, do the little slide dash there. Like, you get a little bit more distance out of it, which is kind of nice. Luckily, Kirby can't freeze or anything, that's good, at least, so you don't have to worry about that. Cool, cool. Yeah, I just find this game kind of cozy. Like, it's a very low-stakes Kirby game, but in a way, I actually enjoy a fair amount, just because it's, like... It's not that stressful. It's like, you can just kind of vibe with it and have a good time. It's not, like, overly intense. Again, if you want 100% it, you can easily do it in a day. Which, again, some might have objections towards just because, like, oh, the game's too short, the game's too easy. Which is valid, like, you're entitled to feel that way. However, I personally don't mind that. And again, like, skipping bosses like this is kind of cheap, actually. Like, they just let you totally bypass fights really easily. Which is interesting, for sure. Finally have the sword scroll. That took a bit. 2 treasures here, it looks like. Looks like it'll be a bit until we actually run into them. I want to say I remember this level now that I'm looking at the guide for it. Like, there's this part where we basically have to race to get the treasure, and otherwise it can fall into a pit, if I'm not mistaken. You appreciate games not being super long? That is fair. Personally, I kind of go either way. Like, some games I'm fine with them being long, but obviously I have to pace myself a bit. Oh, this is going slow. Cool. This sucks, by the way. This little section, trying to light the fuse, and then get to the cannon in time, because there's also the enemy bouncing around, and also things respawn really easily in this game. Like, yeah, respawn rates for Kirby in general are very unforgiving. Did I screw this up? I think I screwed this up, actually. I did not get the treasure after all. It's fine. We'll just have to do this level again, it's not a big deal. Again, most levels are actually pretty short in this game, so I feel like it's not a big deal having to restart them. Because we definitely missed the treasure. Again, I wasn't expecting to do it first try, just because, you know, I'm not an expert of this game, even though I've played it quite a bit. And again, next time I don't have to worry as much about the treasures, which is nice. Okay, this is not the level I thought it was. Yeah, we're basically racing to get the treasure. Do that, and grab it, and go. So that raises the question of where the hell is this, actually? Ah, I see where it is. So I'll just quickly zoom through this. Hopefully zoom through this. This might take longer than I was thinking, but again, I'm kind of determined to beat this game in one stream. Even though I don't need to, it's just kind of like a personal thing. I can do it, I know I can. Yeah, it's here. I forgot. I like how you can actually see it, though. Like, if you go through the cannon, it's like, oh, well, there's the treasure, so that gives you a hint that's in the previous room. It's like you passed it up, basically. I do think this on edge feeling is the worst part of what I'm experiencing right now. If I wasn't feeling so on edge, that would be really nice. But again, I'm just feeling really, like, stressed about this headache. Again, taking ibuprofen, it didn't really help that much, I'll be real. I think it helped a little bit, but it's still pretty bad. So yeah, do not be surprised if I need a longer break after this segment. But again, that's short, like that's a minute-long level. Alright, there we go. That was not too shabby, but we got the spray paint. Now, do I remember what to do here? I think I remember the chase, the big chest here. Yeah, I remember this level actually. The one thing I know is we need hammer for something. And there's hammer. How do I get there? Yeah, how do I get there? $1,000,000 question. I think I completely screwed this up, actually. I know I can stop early, I don't want to. It's like, I want to finish the stream. Alright, we got the hammer finally, so we'll make our way through here. I guess we go back through. We're going up this time. I don't know if I want to go up, that's the only problem. Like, I'm scared I missed something. This is where we came from, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're still good, we didn't miss anything. I'm gonna assume this is the right way. I may be wrong, though. It definitely looks like I was wrong, though. Oops. Shoot. Dang it. That's fine. Again, these levels aren't very long, so I'm not overly, like, stressed about this. This one we have, like, a big chase thing. I'm gonna pop this real quick. Just to make my life a little bit easier. See, we already got it, so I can just kind of ignore everything. Didn't even catch up to us at all. So yeah, we needed to get... we need to go to the left, I think. And yeah, there's only one more health. One more heart to go. We only need 2 more. Yeah, we're almost through World 6. World 7 again is normal length. World 8 is like 3 levels. But also kind of annoying, because there's like a branch, so if you miss out, then you're just kind of SOL. Okay, going through this again. Why did that not deal damage? Cool. And yeah, you don't need to recollect treasure chests, which is really nice. You can just kind of move on, which is cool. Yeah, I think I need to go this way, actually. My bad. It's not a big deal, though. Again, you can kind of fly through this, thankfully. I'm just gonna ignore the big chest, because I don't need it. And we're also gonna toss the little extra life thingy, just because I don't need it. I'm pretty sure if you recollect chests, you do get some items, but nothing obviously as critical. Which makes sense. Like so, we'll demonstrate it here. So that means we probably have, what, 4 levels left? Or 3 levels left here? Yeah, we got a bubble, which is not super helpful. We'll merge it over here. Alright, 6-4. Let's see if I remember this. They're giving us bubble right away, which is making me sus of what we need it for, to be honest. Oh, that's what we need it for. We actually do need bubble. So all the way back here. Unlike some Kirby games, and by that I mean, mostly 64, this game is generally pretty good about giving you a power-up if you need it. Like, oh, they'll just conspicuously hand you a power-up if it's relevant. Which, again, is not always the case, unfortunately. There are definitely cases of like, oh, you are expected to have this thing, and that the game does not provide you. That kinda sucks. Wow, we have a full inventory. That happened very quickly. So I'm just gonna merge some of these real quick. Guess you can also get the power up this way too, or the treasure chest this way. Kinda roundabout though, but it works. Again, I wanna say this is the one that requires the cutter ability for a few things. I think. We'll see for sure in a moment, but I think that's the case. Yeah, we're filling up our inventory really quickly here. Merge that. Got a big star here. Voila, we just plow through everything. I see a suspicious block pattern up ahead. And also we have a Mii-Boss. We got the little magic guy again. Or magic gal, more specifically, given the ribbon. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be femme. We still don't have the magic scroll, which is interesting. Yeah, what is this? And why is it like standing out so much? Yeah, this is not related to Master Hand, surprisingly so, but it almost makes sense given this is the same company as Amazing Mirror. It's also worth mentioning that in terms of mainline versus non-mainline Kirby games, that the last game that was actually developed by Sakurai was actually Kirby Air Ride. So him coming back for Air Riders is a big deal. It's very fascinating, actually. There's a video about, like, you know, is blank a Super Mario game, basically. Did I do that backwards? I did that backwards, oops. Well, I mean, they give us cutter right here. This is gonna take a bit to actually perish here. Yeah. Make this... Wow, everything just dies in like one hit. Like, actually trying to lose health kinda sucks in this game, actually. Because just the amount of damage everything does. 2 more hits from this should do it, though. Again, I don't have the best memory of this game, even though I've played it a ton of times. I mean, I can just do this. Occurred to me, I could just do that instead. So doing it the right way this time, hopefully. I gotta break this first, go around to create a path, and now we can cut this rope. Voila. Neat. Ow. Again, playing a little sloppy today, it's fine. Again, I can remember the last level of, like, 7. I don't remember some of the other levels very well, so it'll be interesting to actually go through them. It's funny, as many times as I've played this game, it's still kind of a blur. Ironically, the big chests are usually the easiest to find, because they're not, like, hidden. They're just, like, in plain sight that the Squeaks are going after. By the way, one fun tidbit about this game is it's Japanese. Wait, its European name is Kirby Mouse Attack. I don't remember why, if it was, like, for a legal thing. I want to say it was for a legal thing. Kind of like how Star Fox gets different names, like Lilac Wars, because like Star Fox was trademarked or something. I don't remember the full details, admittedly. Fun thing, we can actually just drop the bridge entirely on Zoro, so problem solved. Kirby time. Hi son, welcome on in, hope you're doing well. I have a migraine. I could be doing better, I'll be honest. Can I squeeze this stage in before the ad break? Probably not. We'll try. But I was talking about this a little bit, like earlier, but I've never had a migraine this bad before, genuinely. I was having... You should consider wrapping up soon then. I know I should, but... My problem is, this game is so short, it'd be a really short segment to actually do... Like, put this game on hold. So I'm just being really stubborn. I'm just kind of like, I want to finish the game though, I'm almost done. I only have, what, 2 worlds left? Like, I don't have much of the game left at this point. It's like, I know I can do it. Like in one stream. Like, it's not gonna be that bad, and yet... I don't actually know if I missed a treasure. I might have, actually. Oh yeah, there's this room. That's the whole thing. Oh, right. Gotta go over here. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay, son. Gotta get you. Ads are actually about to start. I don't know if I'll be able to beat this level in time. Got 50 seconds. I think that's doable. Oh, that's definitely doable. Hello. I'm gonna whack you with an umbrella. Oh wait, we actually have to fight this one this time? Oh, that sucks. For being on a slight time crunch. Well, that was easy. Off we go. End the level. And voila. And there goes another level, so we'll finish up World 6 hopefully, and then go on to World 7. It shouldn't take that long to do. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break right now, and I'll stretch and come back in a moment. Hi, I have returned. So let's try to wrap up this game, shall we? I promise I'm gonna rest soon. I promise. I should reset tracking. Alrighty then, let's try to finish up Squeak Squad. So 6-5, we have 80 out of 120 treasures, which I think is a very good indicator of how much we actually have left here, which is a pretty respectable amount. We have quite a bit done. First time using Ninja in this playthrough. It's not really one of my favorite power-ups, to be real. This level kinda is interesting because it's a boss rush. It is a boss rush of these Squeaks. If I recall correctly, we have to fight all of them except the Roach. Interesting that the camera can go all the way backwards like that. For the sake of, you know, going to the little entrance area. But yeah, I also probably should have said this earlier, but if anyone has advice for dealing with a migraine, I would actually appreciate it. I do apologize that this Fox Girls Favorites has kind of devolved into me just talking about this migraine for most of it, which I know is not necessarily the cheeriest topic. Like, I don't mean to keep complaining about it, basically. But obviously it is something very fresh on my mind at the moment. Unfortunately, lights off. Yeah, I'll turn the lights off. I will probably also be on my computer a little bit less. After this. Like, I might, you know, try to render the VOD, get it ready to schedule, and then, like, take a little break from using my computer as much. Yeah, it was really weird. It just hit out of nowhere, and I've never had one hit this hard. So yeah, that was fun. Not my favorite experience in the world. I get migraines occasionally though, this isn't a new phenomenon for me. And yeah, tomorrow I'm most likely getting a COVID booster, so that's gonna be fun to get the COVID boost on top of having a migraine. That can only go well. That's the best timing-wise, that works out. Wow, we have 3 big chests this time. Not me wanting to be like, God, I wish that was me. It's like, what does that even mean in this context? Anyway, boss time, got the roach, if I'm not mistaken. They give us tornado. Fun thing, if you get the tornado scroll, you can actually combine elements. Never mind, you can't combine elements like that. It's if you go over fire. It's not combining power-ups, so my bad, we're using sword, I guess. Another slight regression from other Kirby games is, not being able... Ow. Not being able to guard. So that was a feature that was taken out of some of the GBA games, unfortunately, which sucks, because guarding would be really nice. Ah, okay. Underestimated what the roach was gonna do. It's very annoying to fight, because of all the teleporting. Well, that was convenient, getting behind him like that. Yeah, I might lie down or something. I should try to get to bed early anyway if I'm getting a COVID booster. At last the Squeaks are in sight and Kirby is closing in. His precious shortcake is within reach. What in the world? Meta Knight swoops down and nabs the treasure. In a flash, he sails through the star door, leaving Kirby behind. The star door will never open up without the 5 star seals. Hey, guess who has the 5 star seals? Kirby carefully places the 5 star seals in the door, and... lock breaks and the star door opens. Now for the cake. So yeah, plot twist, we still have a little bit more to go here. Secret Sea. Again, I've been doing a bad job of reading the level names out. But we got a little sunset, which I really like, actually. I really like sunset levels in video games. Fun tidbit. I meant to, in the break, actually, well, twice now, rename the stream to Fox Girls Favorites, because this is part of that sub-series. But I forgot. So my bad. I'm not locked in today, for obvious reasons. But yeah, I promise I'm doing relatively okay under circumstances. It's just a headache. And obviously it's not, like, my ideal for, like, a fun time, but I'll live, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I don't even think this is for anything. I don't think it's worth it. So I'm just gonna move on. Oh, this looks like it's gonna suck. Because we gotta ride the current. You gotta, like, plan out the current to actually get the power up. Okay. Now swim up, and we're good. Neat. It's actually very stressful trying to get that. Might as well go for that, I guess. Not that we need 2 of these. It's very cheery music, actually. I'm trying to remember how much of this level's even underwater. I feel like it's not that much. Ah, okay. But yeah, I do hope everyone's doing okay today. Again, I'm feeling relatively okay other than the obvious. Oh, we're actually outside. I forgot. I feel like it's gonna be in here somewhere. Like, this feels... well, there we go. My instinct was correct, Mundo. I haven't used bomb at all, I'm just realizing there's a lot of copy abilities I never used. It's fine. Oh, that was a little weird. the lighting kind of glitched out there, interestingly. Anyway, hi Storo, bye Storo. We're just gonna take the treasure chest and GTFO. Piece of cake. Alrighty. I'm curious how the next level's gonna go. It looks confusing. Yeah, this level looks confusing from the guide I'm using. Alrighty. Apparently it's in this room. Oh no, this room. I remember this now. Got wind. There it is. You gotta like fall down and land on it just right. Ah, okay. Oof. Ah. Neat. It's fine. There we go. That was way harder than it should have been, to be honest. Next one should be a little bit farther in. So yeah, the one for wheel is similar to tornado, where you can pick up elements, basically. But it's not like you combine them to make something like a fire sword, like with fire. And you can just burn through all this stuff. Like so. Oh, this is gonna be weird fighting this with Bubble of all things. Well, at least it deals decent damage. But like, just trying to land a hit is clunky. Well, now it should be no problem. There we go. Ah, don't want to actually get rid of you, I want to actually get the power. Huh. Now this is a case where you actually can combine them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we have a fire sword now. We can just do this. I want to say it's in here, like the treasure, I mean. But I'm actually not bursting with confidence. Never mind, I have a brain cell. See, I can be good at video games sometimes. Yeah, about that. Okay. That was a bit of a miscalculation. It's fine. We can kind of blitz through this, thankfully. Gotta be a little more careful than that, because, there is no floor here. Well, no solid floor here, I should specify. Anyway, Squeak time. Once again, got Doc to deal with. Voila. Problem solved. And now we can leave. Again, it's kind of fascinating how easily you can just skip Squeak encounters most of the time. I swear there's a level here that has like one chest, but you have to like race for it. That one won't be that bad. Yeah, 98 out of 120, so we're almost done. Making very good time there. I want to say this is a case of like needing to like go past the door. Like we'll see the door and have to go further down, kind of a thing. Or it's just over here. That works too. Yeah, a lot of this doesn't have floor, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with fire, Craigie if you prefer. Wow, okay, that was easy. Like, really? That's it? Okay. That's really it? Okay. Huh. This game is slightly confusing sometimes, with how, like, short some levels are compared to others. Act like an angel, dress like Craigie. So true. Damn, I shouldn't have gone for the Maxim Tomato. should have just gone for a regular heal. I don't need a maximum tomato. Because I have to log back into Steam, I also need to like readjust my entire like layout. So that's gonna be fun. Now, do I remember what to do here? Because I think this is another one where you have to go in like a specific path to actually get the treasure. Otherwise we'll get stuck in a current or something. Ew, okay, I remember this now. This is confusing. We have to kind of go through a maze of sorts. Okay. Never mind. That was easy. What was I worried about? Is the other one also in this room? I don't know if it is or not. I'm pretty sure it's not, based on what the guide's saying. Again, I'm using a guide just to make my life a lot easier. Because there's a lot of stuff in here that's like, I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. It's like, I'm not an expert. Nor am I an egg. That's a bit of a stretch, but I don't care. Is there anything in here? I don't think so. We'll just fall. I don't need the lives. That's a lot of extra lives. That's like 2 or 3. So this is kind of cool. In the world map, you might have noticed the halberd from Kirby Superstar crashed in here. And indeed, we actually have to board the halberd now. Again, a very cool, like, touch. Again, this is interesting because this game was not made by Sakurai. But it's still very lore relevant. Again, begging the question, though, of is Kirby's Air Ride a mainline Kirby game? Because, again, that was Sakurai's last game, but also it's very much a racing game, so, like, does that count as mainline? In here? Yeah, hell yeah. Again, sometimes I have a brain cell. Sometimes. No, go down. There we go. There should be the boss, right? Oh no, I remember this now. Got a bit of a maze here. I'm gonna just kind of BS my way through here, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what door is the right door. Never mind, that was easy. Piece of cake. Yeah, we're flying through World 7. Secret door key. So yeah, I have not been pointing it out, but that's how you unlock the secret room. Alrighty, this one's annoying. Does it matter? It doesn't look like this one matters, so we'll just move on. Second set of doors. We want to go through the middle one, it looks like. Looks like this one might be on a timer. Okay. Interesting. Okay, this is the one? Yeah, okay, what switch do we hit here? Cool. Last one. So next we want this door, by the looks of it. Piece of cake. And then finally, I guess we don't... It doesn't really matter, because this is fixed. But it's fine. Ow. Well that sucks. Damn. Didn't even... like, barely missed the snipe there. It's fine. It's gonna be a slow-ass fight, but hey, it works. Oh shoot, he mad, okay. Give me my treasure, please, thank you. Nice. Oh wait, you're still alive, what happened? I didn't know he could respawn like that. Genuinely had no idea. Nice. Secret map, that's interesting. This one only has one, so I was actually correct. I want to say this is a bit of a race. Let's see if I can actually do this first try, because this one... well, that's not good. This one's a little annoying if I recall correctly. Well, not like that. Okay. That's a do-over. It just did not take my jump input. Oh well, the good news is this is a very short stage, so it's not like we're losing time here. Okay, gotta lock in this time. There we go. Piece of cake. Yeah, that takes care of World 7, so we're already off to the final world once we beat the boss of this one, which shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Now, will they give us power-ups for this? They do, but also why? Given reasons. It just makes sense to go in with sword. I'm gonna say that much. We got Meta Knight, as usual, trying to stop Kirby from making bad decisions. We'll see that in a moment. Yeah, Meta Knight is interesting. Indeed, he's interesting in this one because they're not really doing anything wrong. They're fighting them, obviously, but they have reasons to actually fight Kirby. It's like they're not antagonists in this game. There's a misunderstanding, which creates, again, a very unique dynamic that doesn't come up a lot with these characters. I somehow comboed the hell out of Meta Knight, and I don't know how. Voila. I said voila. Never mind. He's got more health than I thought. I'm just gonna do this. And I missed. Well, that's awkward. He very much has his, like, Nightmare and Dreamland moveset from the looks of it. Easy peasy. And we got another treasure chest, but it's probably not the shortcake. Can't be that easy. Meta Knight has been defeated. The chest holding the strawberry shortcake is at hand. Kirby approaches the chest to rescue his delicious snack. It's the Squeaks. They followed Kirby, and now they're stealing the treasure chest. Without hesitation, the Squeaks open the chest. Oh, Kirby's cake. But there's no cake in the chest, only a dark, eerie cloud of smoke. The smoke envelops the Squeaks and disappears into space. How awful, at this rate the strawberry shortcake will be lost forever. Kirby must find the cake and solve the mystery of the creepy smoke. And so, he departs for the stars. This game is bizarrely low stakes in that it's literally just Kirby trying to get the cake the whole time, and then having to fight like a demon in the process. Anyway, first level, we're still in the halberd. And once again, we have the legendary Air Ride theme from Kirby. Air Ride. It's a good song, it's just not... It's an interesting place to use it, I guess. And again, it's a very interesting arrangement of it too. I'm gonna heal before I move on. I should probably not mess around as much as I am. Ow. Yeah, kind of a slow arrangement, actually, compared to actual Air Ride. I don't know if that's something that I'll be showing off tomorrow. It's like more about like Air Ride machines. It's like I don't know how they can fill another hour. I joked in a Discord server that this could just be like Sakurai talking about what you had for breakfast for an hour, and it would still probably be more entertaining than a lot of modern presentations. I am looking forward to Air Riders for its worth. I'm not like super chomping at the bit for it, just by the nature of it being a racing game. And nothing against racing games, obviously, but you know. My issue with racing games is just trying to find people to play with. Alright, so we gotta time this, if I'm not mistaken. We gotta go to the upper room. Okay. Raise his hand. What's up, son? See, my thing is, I have so... Like, I was talking about this the other day with friends. I have so many Xbox games, and I'm trying to get out of the Xbox ecosystem to the point that I'm just gonna sell a bunch of games and then get a bunch of like Switch 2 stuff really cheap. Like, genuinely, that's my current plan. Is that correct? Bottom left room, the wheel to get the chest that appears late. Okay. Yeah, if you have Switch 1, yeah, that's fair. Again, it's not cheap by any means. There we go. Number 2. That's very reminiscent of the ending of, Kirby Superstar. Meta Nightmare. Revenge of Meta Knight mode. Meta Nightmare is something different. You can actually botch this, by the way. We're up squeaking their squad. I am, apparently. Hi, Maniacal. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Oh god, cool. We did not have the treasure fall into the pit. Neat. I was very scared for a second, but yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well, by the way. I'm doing my best. Again, migraine. Weirdly enough, I think the migraine is slightly better now, but I don't want to, like, count my eggs before they hatch. You're EP? That is totally fair. I am also EP. Flush 5 and no taros or flush with taros, huh? But you're an egg years ago? I mean, that's fair, but I'm also still... I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch. There's definitely a joke in here somewhere, but that's more of Zon's forte, I feel. But yeah, I do hope everyone's doing well today. Can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. Yeah. Son knows a lot about cracking eggs, I'm pretty sure. It's so funny, actually. How many people I know who are, like, also trans now. Like, the number keeps growing, and it's kinda cool. I personally, like, in a roundabout way, I kind of like being trans. In other ways, I kind of don't. I kind of have mixed feelings on being trans, if I'm being real. Okay, going this way. Work was fairly chill, that's good. We like a chill work day. Counting an egg before it hatches is just called Serena 3 months ago? Oh my god, you're not wrong. It is fascinating to me how it's like a pattern. It's one of those cases of like, yeah, if I had $1 for every time, like Star in particular seems to have cracked an egg, I'd have probably multiple dollars by now. I haven't really been keeping track. I haven't known Star that long. In the grand scheme of things, I've known basically all of y'all for like... how long now? It doesn't feel like it's been that long, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, in terms of the general community being active, I started using Discord more regularly. I made the account just to have my name on standby, but didn't end up doing anything with it until, like... December 2003, I think. Though I think I made the account in 2002. I'd have to double check. It was technically based on when I made my current Discord account, and not my Discord account, other accounts. Based on when I made a bunch of accounts, like a new YouTube and a new Twitch account and stuff. Technically, I did have my egg anniversary a few days ago. It was like the 17th, because God help me. I'm also cursed by a number. It's like, you know, I've joked about this as my karma for joking about 26 as much as I have. Now, I'm haunted by the number 17. Happy Blade Anniversary. Oh, thank you. It was pretty low-key, all things considered. Like, I mean, I didn't do anything to celebrate. Most people didn't even know, because I don't raise attention to it. Like, one person wished me a happy anniversary. If you can guess who, you get nothing, because it's very obvious you would go to the trouble of looking it up and actually wishing me a happy egg anniversary. And that it was Scarlet, because of course it was. We got the ghost medal. So we got a ghost power-up. We can possess enemies now. The ghosts actually replace certain mini-bosses, which is interesting. Nice little... It's not really that good of a post-game reward. And we also have a little hub area that has a ton of power-ups we can cycle between if we so desire. Truth be told, I don't care. Because most of the time the game will give you the power-up you need anyway. So I don't feel like overly choosy about power-ups in this game. At least that's just me. Like, I'm not overly picky. Yeah, this is just one of those games that's just kind of chill. Like, nice fun time, not super intense. Again, probably not my favorite Kirby game by any means, but it is definitely one that still means a lot to me. Hence why it's being done for this series, essentially. But again, there are definitely other Kirby games I would play over Squeak Squad. Though this game does have the benefit of being so ridiculously short that, like, you know, it's not a time commitment. It's just very... It's a nice vibe. It doesn't take a lot of time. Just a nice little afternoon kind of game. Again, it's part of the reason I like Resident Evil 2 so much, of all games. It's just kind of nice and chill. It's not... God, it feels so weird being like, Resident Evil 2 is really chill for me. Like, I don't know what that says about me. It's like, I don't know what my definition of chill is sometimes. Alright, it looks like it's somewhere in here, but we have to go through this, like, maze to get to it, so... Time to get cracking. I don't think it's this way. I think it's up and around. I don't think we can actually drill up, by the way. Yeah, I was actually really excited about this game, because again, I never had played a mainline Kirby game. The only Kirby game I, again, played at this point was Air Ride. A little bit after this, it was 2008, because I remember we were in the process of moving at the time, and that would have been 2008. More on that later, because I'll probably come up when I play Pokemon Emerald, if I play Pokemon Emerald. I'm still not sure if I will or not, because it's like Diamond and Pearl, it means more to me, and Mystery Dungeon means more to me, to the point of like, I might actually skip Emerald, even though that game also means a lot to me, just for the sake of not like triple dipping on Pokemon games in a row. I might actually leave it out. At least that's my current feeling. I don't know if I'll stick with it though. We'll see. It's like, if y'all really want to see me play Emerald, that's totally cool. But again, it's like, I just kind of worry about doing Emerald and Mystery Dungeon back to back, I guess. I like variety, because I am a nerd like that. The Fox Girls favorites list is very much in limbo. I keep changing my mind on a few games. One game is Tales of the Abyss, because on one hand, I would love to do Tales of the Abyss. On the other hand, I keep hoping that maybe it'll get a remake, and it still has never gotten a remake. So, keep hoping. The other problem with Explorers of Sky is I'll definitely start sobbing partway through. If you know, you know. I also don't know if I do post-game or not. For my own sanity. Because that game has a ridiculous amount of post-game. Like, if I'm remembering correctly, that game has a lot of stuff to do in it. Alrighty. I feel like I skipped the treasure. Like, I kind of feel like I... Ow. I kind of feel like I skipped the treasure somewhere. Like, it's either like coming up or I missed it entirely. And I don't know which one it is, so we'll find out. I would rather not do this level again, because this feels like a long-ass level compared to some of the ones we've had recently. Actually, it might be in here. Yeah. Look at me worrying for nothing. Couldn't be me. JK, it is definitely me. I worry too much. Constantly. Now we should just have the boss, right? Yeah. Do we actually have to fight this one? We do. Cool. Yeah, the Squeaks don't appear very often. Their main other appearance is Mass Attack. Where they're actually kind of like... Well, I guess we could talk about that in a moment. Like, it makes sense to actually talk about it after. Anyway, we're done. All that's left is the final stage, actually. We are almost done. See, I knew I could do this in 3 hours. Without completely gassing out. And again, I think my migraine is slightly better at the moment. We'll see if it lasts. Again, I hope it gets better if I'm getting a COVID booster tomorrow, because the combination of both sounds miserable. 2 treasures left, which should be mandatory, essentially. I'm kind of leaning towards this at the moment, or go random. We'll see what random gives us. Wheel seems extraordinarily unhelpful, so we'll go Cutter. We got Dark DeRoach, essentially. Basically DeRoach, but like stronger. His attacks are way more aggressive now. For example, the ice move kind of pushes him back, so we can't just hide behind him like we did the previous time. Okay, he's being really annoying. But yeah, he'll run into us if we actually try to like just go behind him and deal damage. Which is very smart on the game's part to make it so you can't just spawn camp him like you can the first time. Cutter is very broken against him, I'm discovering. Neat. And there goes the, power. It should be Dark Nebula, by the way. And we got the triple star. So this is our, like, main MacGuffin for this game. Kind of like the Star Rod in other games. I kind of don't think it's very good, though. I'd rather just kept Cutter, if I'm being real. Like, it's fine, it's just not my first choice. I probably didn't need to actually use that Maxim Tomato, now that I'm thinking about it, because they're giving us healing items. Okay, hi Boulder. Neat. Mildly terrifying, it's fine. I spoke too soon, the migraine just came back. But like, the headache just came back. Yeah, I'm gonna rest after this, most likely, and also get the VOD scheduled for tomorrow. Anyway, Dark Nebula, final boss time. So, Dark Nebula can swap between different elements, so we got Plasma / like, Spark to start off with. Again, that was one of the big gimmicks of this game, is like, elementals. Like, being able to combine different elements with powers. Using like the scrolls and everything. It's not used a ton though. You can actually control the items by like holding B, and you can actually steer the stars, which is nice. There's also fire and ice. We did not see them. This is genuinely the final boss. That was it. Not gonna lie, this boss is kind of anticlimactic. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This is like, not the most interesting Kirby final boss. The treasure chest was the prison of Dark Nebula, ruler of the underworld. Meta Knight knew the secret of this chest. He fought Kirby to prevent Dark Nebula from being released. The Squeaks decided to look elsewhere for treasure. They've left for parts unknown. It looks like peace will return to the land. But Where did that slice of strawberry cake disappear to? Thoughts of that lost snack fill Kirby's head as he goes home. The end. This is a weird game. Again, it's very nostalgic to me, as it was my first 2D platforming Kirby game. So I still have a big soft spot for this game. But like, wow, this game is kind of shallow. Like, it's not anything to write home about. It is a comfort game for me, but it is far from my favorite Kirby game. I would definitely say, like, you know, Superstar, Ultra, and Robobot, and Forgotten Land. Maybe Return to Dreamland, or like higher on my list, but this is still a meaningful game to me. And again, it's short. It's just kind of fun to like breeze through in an afternoon, kind of a game. In a lot of ways, it just feels kind of generic. It's kind of like the new Super Mario Bros. Of Kirby, kind of similar to Star Allies, actually. Where it's like, it just feels kind of like going through the motions, in a way. Doesn't feel like it's presenting anything like new and exciting. Again, the elemental stuff is like kind of neat, but also underused. Like I barely used it. The overall difficulty is really easy, and there's no like New Game Plus mode unlike other games. So yeah, in general, this game is just kind of there. I understand why people don't care for this one, even though I still care a decent amount for it. Just it is very meaningful to me personally. But yeah, one where I completely am like, yeah, if you don't like this game, I can't blame you for this. It is definitely, probably one of the weaker Kirby games. But I still like it a lot. It's just nice, a nice little chill time. Just a nice little romp, basically. This is a lot more credits than I was expecting for this game. For some reason, I thought there weren't that many credits. Yeah. We still have a little bit more to go. We still have 2 treasures, so what are in the 2 treasures? That's actually a good question. What are in the 2 treasures? I'm sure they'll show us, but I'm actually trying to remember. Is it the boss badge? And... oh, well, there's one. A short while later... a delectable strawberry shortcake arrives to Kirby from the Squeaks. Perhaps it's an apology for all of the trouble they caused. But Kirby doesn't really care why they sent it. It's snack time! With shortcake waiting to be munched, Kirby is truly happy at last. Kirby is very shallow. The end, really? Complete. You can now play Sudden Death Boss Endurance. So for getting all the boss badges, you unlock a boss rush mode. There's the strawberry shortcake. And that is 100% completion. 100% complete. You can now play extra mode. This is basically the game again with no saving and a timer to track your progress. Needless to say, I'm not doing extra mode. There's just not really a point to it. I do want to show off the sub-games though. While we're here. We're not going to do boss endurance either, because it's just a boss rush, but we'll do the others. There's multiplayer, but obviously I'm by myself. We're going to do level 1 of all these, because I have a unique setup for this, shall we say, so I don't think it would go well. So this one is just kind of like a little game of chicken. You have to basically inhale the cake when they pop up, but not inhale the bombs. The bigger cakes are worth more points, and we already won. If you inhale a bomb, you have to sit out that round. Smash Ride! Ram your rivals and send them flying. Slide the warp star in the direction you want to fly. Hold the warp star to smash attack. Oh, this is gonna be clunky, I feel. Yeah, this is a little awkward. Okay. Yeah, this is very clunky with my current setup, but it's fine. I'm also trying not to fly off the stage, by the way. Okay, cool. Neat. I mean, I can just stop doing anything and I'll win at this point, I'm pretty sure. Kirby wins by doing absolutely nothing. Seems like it would be the case here. Wonder what the score is gonna be at this rate. It's gotta be really lopsided. Ooh, we finally lost a point. 1 to 18. I dodged the curse of 17 for once. What does the description say for this one, actually? Speed, tea time, eat lots of cake, touch the cake icon. Oh, well, that was not nearly as detailed as I was expecting it to be. Can I not leave this minigame? I was like literally just wanting to read the description because I didn't, and I'm like, wait, now I'm stuck here. I mean, not that we're having any trouble with this right now. Store is just kind of sitting there. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that got close real quick. Voila. Well, again, didn't mean to actually play that one a second time, but it's fine. And again, I'm playing on level 1 because these frankly aren't required for anything. Slide to shoot, gets lots of food. Treasure shot, try to hit items. So, yeah, we're fighting all the bosses, so we gotta slide for this one. I think you can get bombs in this one too, so we gotta be careful about that. The cakes require multiple, which, again, in this current setup is not the easiest thing to actually hit very well. Again, this is a little clumsy with my current control method, shall we say. Oops. It's fine. I think we might lose this one, actually. Barely. Oh, barely won. Jesus, that was close. Yeah, those are the little mini games just to show it off. Actually, I'm not gonna show it off because I'll probably have to like die to get back to the menu. I don't think we'd be able to quit out of it. But yeah, there's a boss endurance collection. Here's all the stuff we found. First, we have the star seals. We also have a sound test with everything. We also have all of our hearts, obviously. The hidden stage keys. We have the ghost medallion to unlock the ghost mini boss. We have all the ability scrolls. We have all of the music scrolls to actually unlock the sound test. The boss medallions or boss badges. Thank you for the hydration check. We have all of the Kirby colors. We're just gonna quickly zip through these. Quite a few colors. We'll leave Kirby pink. We got the different, like, stomach palette design, so this is the default. We have the square one, we got, like, a cheetah print. I was gonna say core crystal instinctively. Gears, they're not guilty, and then this one. I also want to check something else now that I'm on this thought. Oh, it does change the, like, border around, the little circle border. That's cool. We have the map for the secret area. We can actually check that out in a moment. You also have puzzle pieces to unlock special, like, pictures. So, like, main Kirby, the new powers, well, some of the new powers. Magician, Animal, and Bubble are new at least. Got, like, a promo image of the Squeaks. And got a bunch of bosses. This is a recurring thing in Kirby to have, like, a puzzle system to have, like, hidden images. So yeah, just a bunch of the different bosses. That was this one, right? Yeah. And then we have the cake as our final thing. Really quickly jumping back into story mode for just a moment. To show off, yeah, we have this little collection room. To have all of the power-ups. We also lost all of our lives because we reset the file, essentially. Can we actually return to the main menu from here? I'm just having this thought. I don't think we can actually go to the main menu. Yeah, that's my playthrough of Kirby Squeak Squad. That was fun. I had a good time at least. I hope everyone enjoyed. Again, next Fox Girls favorites will likely be Super Paper Mario, so that'll be a much longer game, and hopefully I won't have a migraine when I play through that one. Because I do love me some Super Paper Mario, and I would rather enjoy it. But still, again, not the best game on this lineup, nor is it like actually one of my favorite Kirby games, but it is a game that is very meaningful to me personally, and that's why it's included. Okie dokie then. I think that about covers everything. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the stream today. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow for notifications of when I go live in the future. I have a ton of social links, but not like the Persona kind. I have a YouTube channel for like edited episodic videos of streams. I want to do other content there eventually, I just haven't gotten around to it. I have a VOD channel for archives. I have a Blue Sky for posting when I go live, and also just reposting. Apparently I'm developing a reputation for reposting a lot of Yuri, which is unsurprising. I have a Ko-Fi as a tip jar, and I have a throne as a place to give me gifts. I finally re-added my throne, because that is more or less sorted out. Even though it took a very long time to get a refund on one thing that arrived extremely broken. I still didn't actually replace it. Because the amount I got reimbursed was not enough to pay for it, counting shipping. So that was fun. So yeah, I still don't actually have the album from that. I am looking at people to raid potentially, and most people are playing games I am avoiding spoilers on. So we will wrap up here. Thank you for the well wishes also. Again, I hope the migraine goes away soon too, because it ain't fun. But yeah. Oh yeah, schedule for the week. Friday is up in the air because of the migraine and also the COVID booster. If I'm just totally knocked out, there will not be a stream on Friday. But we'll keep you posted. I also have a sub-Discord. If you are a sub, you can join that. And I also forgot to post I was going live in the sub-Discord. Oops. I'm not used to that. I might open up to the public later, like make it more public eventually, and like actually promote it better. But right now I'm just kind of trying to keep it small for like safety. But yeah, that about takes care of everything on my end. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope, hiccups. One sec. I hope everyone has a good rest of their evening and a good weekend if I don't see ya before then. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and take care everybody. Good night.